Okay, so clearly this is the end of this season because apparently we are getting a new season, and I mean, who wouldn't with that cliffhanger? But okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. This episode had me going all over the place. With the first one, I love it. Gigi, Momo, and Okarun begging Psycho to allow the female mannequin to stay because they want to help the male mannequin. And oh my god, that entire interaction was kind of funny because obviously she doesn't want to. I love that they use Turbo Granny as an example of another supernatural that's staying, and obviously she gets super mad about that. And then she attacks Gigi, I guess because he's like trying to pester her, and obviously that was a bad idea. Psycho does allow it, but she does question, well, where's the male one? And it's like, well, he's kind of just he's going back to school, so it's like his day job, and then he just has to come by nighttime to spend with the female mannequin. So obviously there's a little deal struck. And then we have this, like, throughout most of this episode is literally just Okarun being jealous because he does love Momo Ayase, and it's reestablished in this episode. And first of all, the beginning part is literally just the conclusion of last week's episode, and just seeing that is wholesome and it's kind of funny. But what actually caught me so off guard is Gigi kind of saying he can't sleep, and then we see this creepy ass fuck. And yeah, after this, we have the whole train ride stuff. There obviously shenanigans ensue. But one funny thing is that a lot of it is Okarun's jealous. Gigi and Momo are like, have oddly strong chemistry. And then he does bring up stuff related to aliens, which grabs Momo's attention temporarily. But then obviously Gigi takes it over. But then obviously Gigi and Okarun like bond over, what was it? One of the alien types. Something interesting that actually makes them like genuinely look like friends. And it's pretty funny. And then obviously like Gigi does think they're friends. Okarun kind of implies that they're not. Obviously he says, well, aren't you friends with Momo? And he's like, kind of just gets awkward and says, I'm an awkward guy, which that line obviously causes Momo to freak out because it's a classic line from her favorite Ken Takakura. So yeah, she gets mad, and honestly it's just a bunch of shenanigan fun. And then obviously when they get to the city, obviously I already noticed immediately they were being tailgated by something because these creepy fucks just caught my attention. Not only that, but also the long amount of stairs that they have to go up. Look, I've had to go upstairs, but I've understood this amount because university stuff, having to go up a shit ton of stairs. But yeah, after they all go up, Gigi's still full of energy, Momo is barely holding on, and Okarun's just dead. But obviously we have the things I said before a few seconds ago. They're watching like stalkers. And yeah, so they investigate the house of Gigi. Obviously there's nothing because the spirit's not there. I'm almost tempted it's these fuckers right here, but I also think it's something else. Whichever is the case, the spirit's not there. And that's a temporary problem because obviously now they have to kind of wait it out until the spirit comes by. So we obviously have another little jealousy thing, another annoying little love triangle with Momo actually looking and acting like her grandma, which caught me off guard for a second, but I'm like, it makes sense. Like grandma, like a granddaughter. But not the point of that. The point is going to be, after she kind of leaves, so Okarun and Gigi can actually, like, be bros and form a friendship, she goes to the hot springs, which I will get to her point in a moment. We backtrack to Okarun learning how to play soccer by Gigi, which, I mean, my dude, mad respects. I love soccer. Anyway, so during this little soccer training, Gigi is able to tell that Okarun loves Momo and does question him directly. And then obviously shenanigans ensue because the two start arguing about it, which is funny because Okarun remembers instantly that yes, a lot of it comes down to Gigi wins a lot more because they're childhood friends, but Okarun won because even though it was an accident, a split second, and the two didn't really think about it at the time, the two did kiss. And it's just funny how he kind of acknowledged it and kind of just couldn't bear to say it because, I mean, he just couldn't. And imagine if he did. Oh god damn, Gigi would just freak out and it'd be funny. Still though, I love that the two kind of eventually it's like, oh, let's shake on it, and then nope, it's like, no, you admit it. It's like, no, you admit it. I win. And then eventually Okarun's like, okay, stop. I spotted something, and that's when things get serious. And it's like the house is bigger on the outside, which is odd. Now they go to investigate, and while this is happening, Momo is like enjoying the hot springs, but apparently it's the co-ed one, so 5 creepy asshats come in and are obviously gonna try to do something. I don't know how to phrase it and the right way. I don't think there is a right way to phrase it, because I mean, one of them does pin her down by the end of the episode as she's trying to use her powers to see if she can fight him off. And just as that's happening, Okarun and Gigi, Gigi breaks the wall because, there's it doesn't seem like there's a way to get in. And yeah, what we find is a shit ton of those paper things related to supernatural, and it ends in such a cliffhanger because there is something in there. But my god, Lee, it ended in such a way that it's like, I need another season. I want another season of Dandadan. Overall, this was a genuinely funny episode. For the review, I'll get into a bunch more on this, but like I said, so many different kinds of emotions. And honestly, I can't help but still enjoy this series, with this episode obviously still being a 10 out of 10, because my god, Lee, this is funny as hell. And it leaves me wanting much more.